I'm a huge fan of Turok. I mean, when I was a kid, I worshipped this game. It had had two of my favorite things at the time, which was FPS and dinosaurs. Boom, and there's Turok. And I don't know, like I think it was 2007 when the last game came out, and that one was a bit of a mixed bag. If I can go ahead and just, tell you a quick little list of which ones are my favorite ones. Turok 2 Seeds of Evil is my favorite. Turok Evolution is my second favorite. The original Turok's my third. Oblivion my fourth. Rage Wars isn't on my list, and I like the 2007 Turok game. It was good, but it wasn't really the same as the original N64 games. So it's been 18 fucking years since a new Turok game has been released. I've been waiting 18 years for a new Turok game, and I went from being a young kid to an adult, an embittered adult at that, in the time it took for them to be able to release a new Turok game. It's 2025, and by God, it's happening. We finally got a new Turok game. As soon as I saw that those words Turok Origins pop up on my Steam, I almost shit a brick. I rushed over to my computer and started looking up a trailer. And let me tell you, I've never gotten so excited just to quickly be unexcited. And in the same sort of, it was like sort of like this, woo, kind of like, yeah, oh, never mind. Sort of like that type of thing. But yeah, anyways, let's watch the trailer and I'll show you what I mean. Pre-rendered gameplay footage, meaning, and this is something I wish studios would just stop fucking doing. If you don't have any footage of the gameplay, fuck off. I want to see like God of War, the reboot, that had a great trailer because it only showed you gameplay. So far, I wasn't like mad at it. Like it just showed him, I guess, him killing a dinosaur, and that's exactly what I want to see more of actually. Because surprisingly, there really isn't that much dinosaur hunting in Turok games. I mean, I think only 2007 was just a pure like dinosaurs being hunted in the game. So maybe that's what this game is going for. Well, I think not. As you can see, they have some sort of weird camouflage that was totally not stolen from Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots that came out in 2008, a year after Turok, the original Turok remake came out too. But anyways, this is suggesting a multiplayer game. Why there's three different, they look, I guess three different Toroks. Was that what we're getting at? Oh, okay. Instead of I am Turok, now it's gonna try to rip off of Venom. We are Turok. That is that. If that says this in this trailer, I'm gonna be my soul will die. I'll just say that. I will feel it fall apart into ashes. Gameplay. It looks way too much like Monster Hunter. Almost exactly like Monster Hunter, actually. Also, I'm not really liking the design of Turok. Like, It does have that sort of like like Turok. I think he was like a native, tribal native, big hulking, but at the same time, just I don't know. As a character, Turok, it was never really that complicated. He's basically, you're born the next Turok. I mean, Set was the original Turok, and Joshua Firestone was the second Turok. This is Origin, so I assume that this will be the OG, like 1,000 but years before those games that came out in the 90s. All right, let's continue. I'm sorry, but I'm not particularly excited about that. I just want to see Tara get the same treatment as Doom in 2016. Me too. That's literally what I wanted more than anything. I am Tora. I am not buying. He better say, I'm telling you, he better say, I am Torok. I better not hear no, we are Torok. That will, oh my God. Saber Interactive. I don't care. I mean, I guess so. Our Space Marine 2 was well received, so a game I need to play, actually. It's just not what I wanted. Torok is an FPS. Always has been. Yeah, it absolutely peaked with Seeds of Evil. I don't know, man. I'm not particularly happy with it. I'm not even slightly. See what the gaming chat has to say.
Hello, dinosaur hunters. It's the Gaming Chad here. If there was ever a time for me to make a Turok video, this is it. Today, we're going to touch on the new Turok Origins game that none of us saw coming. Actually, there were some rumors about it last year, and they ended up being true. Anyway, let's get right into it, shall we? Oh boy, there is so much to unpack here. First and foremost, the Turok fan base has never been so divided. Let the games begin. There are fans on both sides of the spectrum. On one side, there are those who are happy as long as the game is called Turok. On the other side, there are those of us who were expecting a game that actually resembles the franchise. Personally, nothing
Exactly.
about this trailer screams Turok, aside from the throwing axe at the raptor. Good job, I guess. But there's still more to it, Saber Interactive. This game mostly looks like Fortnite in a jungle, sprinkled with dinosaurs, and called it a Turok. If it had
Exactly. That's exactly what it looks like. It looks like, and then I know it's going to be a multiplayer. I wouldn't even be surprised if they actually, the bastards, try to make it like an MMO, like not an MMO, but a fucking battle royale. They're gonna do something like that, like a drop-in type of system,
been given a different name,
like
none of us would think,
Helldivers.
hey look, that's Turok, Talset, Joshua, Oblivion. You get the point. So this is already a bittersweet trailer for me. If the right people aren't involved, such as the legendary David Dienstbier, who was primarily responsible for making Turok what it was, the franchise will never hit the same. Dienstbier was the James Cameron of gaming in the late 90s. Without his involvement, it's like having a Terminator movie without Schwarzenegger, or without Cameron's involvement. Having said that, considering how greedy, scummy, and agenda-driven the gaming industry has become, especially over the last decade, Acclaim was a proud American studio based in Austin, Texas, that could relate with gamers and knew a thing or two about making revolutionary shooters like Turok. Video games nowadays are created by businessmen with one goal in mind, to squeeze the most out of your pockets and move on to the next cash grab game. Having this in mind, I'm having my expectations low. Personally, I think this is what Saber Studios should have done with the franchise.
I don't remember that boss. I do not remember that
They could have
boss.
either remade Turok Dinosaur Hunter with a bunch of twists, such as including a multiplayer option, or continued the
Those are just
story where
mods,
Turok 3
probably.
left off. There was so much to unpack there. Alternatively, they could have worked on Acclaim's existing script for Turok Resurrections 2004. Instead, we get just another generic sci-fi third-person shooter with some dinosaurs sprinkled in and called it a day, a game that nobody will remember 20 years from now. It's like the developers saw the last Turok reboot as a challenge to make something even less like Turok. As someone said in the comments, "I've never been so hyped, then let down so quickly. What have they done? What
Exactly.
exactly happened to the characters? Why do they look so, zesty? Why are modern developers trying so hard with visuals, as if that's the only thing that matters?" My closing remark is this: only a solid remaster of Turok Evolution by Night Dive Studios will revive the series and unite us all. There's not much else to comment on. In 2008, we got
I
Halo with
agree.
dinosaurs. In 2019, we got The Lost Valley. And now, we have this Fortnite Apex Legends spin-off. I'm genuinely disappointed that the franchise is becoming more and more isolated from its roots. At this point, they might as well throw in some Fortnite dances as the cherry on top. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's so bad. It's so like I won't even just call it bad. I'll just call it disappointing in every capacity. Just utterly disappointing. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that for a minute. So